first time around, you can win the second or third or fourth time around. We'll have a draw in a minute or two, but we need to get started because we're running out of time. So Irwin is going to do a bit of an introduction to how we're going to do this next part. Irwin.
Thank you, Hendrik. All right. Again, introductions. My name is Irwin Oostindie. I work here as the Executive Director of W2, and I have a particular passion for community economic development as well. And community economic development for me is something that's obtainable for everybody. It's really good. Community economic development should be what we often hear is place-based. It's people coming together in their neighborhood and thinking about their future. And whether that, think about sometimes from a political context, 1970, Oakland, anyone heard of the Black Panthers? Yeah. That's a community that was feeling racism. They're like, why aren't black people in this community getting ahead? Why are all the shop owners not black? How can we get control of our lives? So this was a political action organization that started running their own businesses, running their own food distribution programs, running their own daycares. Taking it upon themselves. And that's a kind of an inspiring example of, from a very political perspective, for that community, how they took it upon themselves to organize their own, and instead of waiting for a system that wasn't respecting their needs. So that's on one hand. The other far side, I would say, is an example where you live in a town, there's a sawmill. The sawmill owner is the chair of the Chamber of Commerce, and the Chamber of Commerce decides, well, we need some investment. We're going to put in a new mill, and it's going to create some jobs, and the whole town is going to benefit. Now, somewhere between those models is where we're at today. People are realizing that the old Chamber of Commerce models don't necessarily work, and they don't work in a diverse economy where an artist who runs a graphic design shop or a small business owner that designs their own clothes and sells them out of their storefront, these aren't people who benefit from that big old sawmill investment model. So the economy is diverse, and often the economy can be fueled by single people with smart ideas who are hardworking and who, if there's no barriers in their way, can actually support themselves or support their families. So we're going to give some examples over the next, I think we got about 30 to 40 minutes. We'll hear from some local residents who are picking it up on their own and trying to figure out some solutions to their needs. And we'll have some discussion about what ideas you have around how to proliferate or how to promote resident-based economic development. Micro-enterprise, we're going to introduce a few concepts and terms. So, and Wes from the Hastings Crossing BIA is going to help me with that task of explaining some terms and saying what they do here in the Hastings Crossing BIA.